Good morning, YouTube. Scott Lett here, owner of Iron City Power Washing, where you get the hard facts. That's my new motto with this channel. You hear what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. That's what's fair to y'all, right? I mean, do you just want to get sugar-coated, popular sounding channels that all sound the same, or do you want the hard facts? That's only fair to y'all. If I'm going to make these videos and take time out of my busy days to do this, I mean, it's 6:40 right now in the morning. I'm going to shoot you straight. So one thing that, I'm always brainstorming about things that happen to me and the business, and if it's important enough, that's usually how I create my content, is based on things that I'm facing, things that the company is facing. I do have a really big announcement coming up. I'm not really ready to share that with y'all yet, because there's some competitors in this area who they just don't need to know yet. Because people like to, never mind. Anyways, got a big announcement coming, but what I want to talk about today, and I've thought this through, is when I have a call with someone, and I had a call 2 days ago with a young guy over in Georgia. He says he's in the middle of nowhere, Georgia. Super impressive guy. I'm gonna call him a man. Some would say he's a kid since he's in high school, but age is just a number. I know 50-year-old men out there who are kids. They haven't grown up, and they're still living at the bars and, being kids. This is an 18-year-old man who, I can tell he has the entrepreneurial spirit, which there's a lot of guys out there who don't have that. They want it, but they just don't have it. This guy has it. He's 18 years old, in high school, or 17 or 18, and he's got grown adults working for him, and they're doing 2 to 3 jobs a week for him this time of year, which to me is really impressive, because I immediately thought about when I was 17, 18 years old. I didn't even know what an entrepreneur was. I had no thoughts on starting a business. Anyways, he was just wanting to know, how he can get more business, but also more business in the commercial space, right? He built his own website. He has Facebook business page, his personal page, obviously. He has a Google business page, but he's not running campaigns. So I encouraged him to, once he gets more capital built up, to run campaigns in his area, because as we all know, running campaigns to make them worth it, it can be pricey, and it takes some time for them to really start working. He says he's ranking #1 in his area, but there was one thing that he did mention that no one really uses around here that really caught my attention, is a website called Nextdoor. He says it's really popular in his area. I tried Nextdoor, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago, had no luck. So that comes to show you, that's a perfect example. Like, there's different platforms that work better in certain areas, right? I think Facebook works great around here. Some guys don't have the success that we have, but when we commit to something, it's a long-term plan, right? When I turn on my Facebook ads, it's not for a week or two. Like, I'm planning on running them for the next 6-7 months. Okay, yeah, it's going to cost money, but I mean, we're getting a ton of exposure on Facebook, and we get a good bit of jobs from it. But you have to think of it long term. So I told him, I was like, man, if you have the capital, run your Google campaigns, keep organically growing your business on Facebook. I told him, because I really believe this yard signs, very generic yard signs work. And if he's getting 2 or 3 jobs a week part-time this time of year, that's pretty good. So theoretically, when it starts getting warmer, those 3 to 4 jobs should turn to 5, 6, or 7 a week part-time, which is really good. There's some well-known, firemen around here that are part-time that don't even, have that much, right? So man, you're doing a really good job. And I just wanted to let you know that. And one thing he did really want to tap into was the commercial space. But the biggest obstacle that he is facing is his location. Sounds like he's in a small town in the country. And I mean, if you're trying to get commercial work, but there's really no potential there, no opportunity, because there's no commercial spaces to clean, no buildings there to clean, you have to expand your territory. So he said that there was I'm not going to mention where he's from or his cities. I don't want any of his competitors knowing what he's doing or even who he is. But I told him, it's worth expanding your territory for commercial work. Like for us guys, like when it comes to residential, we have a pretty small net. We stay Vestavia, Mountain Brook, Homewood, a little bit of Hoover. That's it. I'm not really going anything past that. We may go out, to Trussville or a little bit further past there, but that's about it. We're not going far for residential. But we will go just about anywhere. I mean, we've gone to Tennessee. We've gone out of the state. We've gone to Tuscaloosa, Montgomery. We've been to Huntsville to clean commercial jobs because they're worth it. I mean, if you go an hour away to make 10 grand, that's worth it. We've got a big job coming up in May. It's a $10,000 job that we can probably knock out in a day or two. And it's in Huntsville. It's an hour and a half away. We're going to travel up there and do that because you're not going to make that in the residential space, right? So you have to weigh your opportunity costs. Like where are the best opportunities, right? So residential, I'm staying around here. I like to be 15, 20 minutes from my house, to where all of us, we're not traveling far. Because people are still a little bit shook from the economy. It is going to get better. I anticipate 2025 being a good year for everyone. I think 2026 will be even better. I'm not going to get into politics, but we all know why. But I do encourage you guys, if you're interested in getting into the commercial space, you have to expand your territory a little bit. That's just kind of how I see it. Also, I told him too, like residential is essentially clients finding you, through those platforms. Commercial is more of you prospecting, making phone calls, sending emails. And he asked me how we get these apartments, and I shared it with him. Again, I'm not going to get too detailed in that because I know my competition watches my channel. I'm not oblivious to that, but apartments are a great cash cow. I mean, you can really make some money. We just got 2 more apartment complexes on the schedule. We're starting one next week, and it was as simple as showing up with a deliverable, pricing sheet already priced out. Here you go, call us. And but what I'm saying, guys, is when you start your business, like, you have to figure out the best marketing plan for you. And this guy over in Georgia, like, it seems like he has tested different ways of marketing and branding his business, and he's getting work. He's just wanting more work. So I just encouraged him, like, it's this time of year. I mean, if you're part-time doing 2 to 3 jobs a week, it's pretty good. And that's only going to get better as it warms up, spring gets here, summer gets here. And if you guys want to get in the commercial space, you got to expand your territory, and you got to get off your butt and, quit sitting there waiting for your phone to ring and go out there and make things happen. I'm telling you, people love it when they see initiative in business owners, and they love it when you do their job for them. These property managers, you show up with a pricing list. They didn't have to call you. You know, they didn't have to ask you, you know, for a specific, you know, thing to clean. You priced everything. That's right there in front of them. So you're bypassing a lot of steps for them, and they love that. And you're right there. I mean, it's a lot easier to hire someone who's right there in front of them. So, and it's happened twice here lately. So, but yeah, there's guys out there in high school making it happen. It's because he has the mentality. He's hungry for it. He's getting started young. You know, he's doing everything right. He's not building his business backwards like a lot of people. He's got his head on straight. A lot of it's right here, guys. A lot of it's right here. So, but I wanted to share that with you guys. I had a good conversation with him, kid out in Georgia, not a kid, a man out in Georgia. He's 18. And he just took it upon himself to set up a call and to better help him, to better his business. And guys, if you're wanting to set up a call for $75 for however many questions you want to ask, you know, I will ask them, or I will answer them. You ask them, I'll answer. And hopefully you can implement that to your business. Scott Lett, Iron City Power Washing.